Hello and welcome to a Build With Baer Workshop. That's right, I'm Pat Baer. I'm here to build model kits and hang out with you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. This is the intro portion, and you're well aware. I'm sorry, I'm turning a thing on here. I got to turn on my desk lamp light here, my little bonus light. That'll hit the build area so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. But yeah, I forgot to turn that on. Unprofessional me. Lashbrook is here. Hi, Lashbrook. We are in the intro portion. We're waiting to see if a few more folks want to join us. It's Saturday night. Thursday was a little lightly attended, and that's okay. And sometimes Saturdays are busy, and sometimes they're not, and that's also okay. But, I don't want to get the building started, especially a kit that won't take too long, like this one. This is the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Son Goku. It's the entry grade kit. I'll show you this booklet here. We'll talk about the booklet before we get going on the build because it's a good booklet. I'm looking forward to working on this kit. I've had this for a little while, and I just said, hey, I want to make this. I want to put this kit together. I have built the RX-782, the Gundam entry grade, which is the first entry grade, and that's a fantastic kit. That is what I will tell people to buy when they want to get into Gunpla. That is the very first thing they should do before a high grade, before anything else. Lord Crashington's here. Lord Crashington says, hey, Pat, hope 2021 is better year than everyone except Nazis. Stay safe. Same to you, Lord Crashington. Throwing the old applause in there. Throwing the Bear Cave Lego set the moment in the chat. Oh, also, I forgot to thank Harold for hosting the stream. Hosting the Ding Dang stream. Thank you very much, Harold. For hosting. Appreciate that very much. Also, the second kit we're working on today, that was purchased by Harold. I mean, he bought gift cards to USA Gundam Store. I used those gift cards to pre-order a model kit way back in June. It was supposed to arrive in October. It arrived yesterday. So, not the perfect thing there. It took forever. It wasn't USA Gundam Store's fault. It was just it wasn't manufactured. 2020 was certainly a fucking year, was it not? Anyway, entry grade. So I built the RX-782. Fantastic. I built Deku from My Hero Academia. Not fantastic. Required too many stickers. Eye stickers, the dimple stickers, stickers on the band. It reminded me a lot of the thing I would compare it to. Far less of like this is should be your first model kit if you want to build figure kits. It was this is only slightly easier than putting together a Kamen Rider kit or a Dragon Ball kit. So I'm excited to see this kit. This is a Dragon Ball kit, but it should be easier. It has two stickers. We'll show those here. Well, waiting to see if you hear so there. So the front and the back. So we'll put those on. They're big stickers. Also, the thing about entry grade is it's supposed to be toolless. You do not need any tools to build this, so we will use 0 tools, including we will not use the X-Acto knife to apply these stickers. I will do these by hand like I used to do before I realized that tools made it better. So yeah, I should be theoretically able to snap all these off. Now, the nice thing is, unlike the Dragon Ball kits, the eyes, the blue eyes are right here on the piece of the kit. So we will be attaching those there. We don't have to worry about a sticker, which is nice. You don't have multiple heads and multiple expressions like you would on the figurized kits for Dragon Ball, but that's, this is entry grade. It's also cheaper. This is like 10, 15 bucks at most. It should be about $10 if you buy it in the store. Markup is what it is. But yeah, also I can tell you, still spiky. The spiky hair still hurts a little bit. It's still a little sharp, the spikes. So that is a good indication. But yeah, look at this. We've got a little bit of the arms and the chest here, but here's the head. This is all the head pieces. That's all there. Then you come over here. Well, we started with the arm stuff. The rest of the arm stuff is, so yeah, so they got there's the head. I was doing the overhead. We're not in the overhead camera there, yeah. Death by Saiyan hair, indeed. And then it's like, hey, here's pieces. It's you're going in order. Then we'll get down here to the waist. There's not going to be there'll be little to no posability like you would get with the figurized kits. But that's okay because, like I said, this is an entry. This is the entry grade. It's not just. It is the entry to if you're new to doing these kits. It is the price entry. This is like if someone was just like, well, I'm not going to buy you a $40 model kit to find out you don't like model kits. That would be like spending $27 on a puzzle to find out you don't want to live stream you building puzzles after 2 streams. Why would you spend $27 on a puzzle if you didn't want to build a puzzle? If you didn't know, you'd get a cheaper puzzle. Try that out first. If you didn't watch my stream on Thursday or watch the VOD or the archive, oh, I'm not doing a puzzle anymore because I fucking hated it. Did not have a good time. Monday and Thursday was not having fun. Did I have felt some satisfaction when things started coming together? Yes. Did that happen enough for me to bother wanting to keep doing it? No. Yeah, who would do that? Says Lord Grashington. Yeah, what fool out there would do such a thing? God damn it, I'm so mad. Uh Slowbird says, "Hey, Pat, the #1 puzzle streamer. Way excited for more puzzle building. JK. Slowbird, I knew you knew, but also thank you for including the JK because that is helpful. All right, I'm gonna retweet my own tweet, see if we can get some people to be like, oh, that's what Pat's doing. Because here's the thing, you might not know this, but you probably do. Um, I tweet at noon what I'm doing the night of my stream, and then at 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m., I retweet. Now, those are scheduled tweets because that makes my life easier. I schedule tweets of the retweet, and then I tweet what I'm going, and then I retweet what I'm doing. And no matter how many times I do that, still somebody just says, somebody who's been following, there'll be somebody who's following me for years will go, oh, I didn't know you still did that. It's possible that people have turned off retweets from me, and that's okay. That's fine. I have somebody that I follow who I love very dearly, but every week, a thing she's just retweets everything that happens for a television program she's associated with, and she just retweets every tweet about it. And like, so it's not like live tweeting; it's live retweeting, and I just can't anymore. So I turned off her retweets. So I get it. I understand it. Um, are you the sort of person that would display the completed puzzle in a frame or something like that, or just tear it up and do another day? Oh, Silver Streak also says good evening. Well, good evening, Silver Streak. Let's go to the overhead. Let's take a look at this. I don't know if I would frame a puzzle. I have displayed model kits that I've built, but I've also broken down Lego sets and not displayed those. I would say it has to be cool. Like that Animal Crossing puzzle was fine. If I did a very cool puzzle that I was like, I want to put that up. Like, I've got this frame that is filled with a cutout of a model kit that I did that I built. I could see framing a puzzle if it's rad, but if it's not rad, nah, I wouldn't do that. So I guess I'm sort of that person, Lord Crashington. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. But yeah, Silver Streak, welcome. Happy to have you here on a Saturday. Okay, so entry grade, as I said, RX-782, best way to start building Gunpla. It's the original, the entry grade Gundam. That's where you begin if you want to begin. 100% recommend. That is the best thing I've ever seen. It was a great experience. This is a no-tool building kit. Small little box, small little kit. It's going to be similar to the kits we've built in the past, the figurized kits. We've built Kamen Riders. We built Dragon Ball characters. We built that one Naruto. I can't believe they only made one Naruto. I wish they made more. And we built the other entry grade we've built is Deku from My Hero Academia. Now we're going to be building Goku. This is Super Saiyan. God, Super Saiyan. Because they were like, Super Saiyan 3 is the highest you can go. Because GT doesn't count for Super. And they were like, well, there's a thing about being a god. And they're like, what? And then they realized you can go Super Saiyan while you're a god. Because God is red hair. And Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is blue hair. And Ultra Instinct is not part of the Saiyan line because other people can get it. But that's another thing. And that's a different Goku. Gotta have multiple Super Saiyans in there. Yeah, Lord Crashington. Well, they were like, well, Super Saiyan God, that's a god. That's a mythical thing that we've never seen before. You can probably do better than that. And they did. All right. So here's what we're going to have here. Take a look at this. This is pretty neat. This is all in color. I wish they had gone more in the direction of Super Saiyan God because the more sleek look was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked God also because it wasn't spiky hair, which has always been weird. I liked that it was just like, yeah, I'm a God now. I figured it out. Uh, okay, so we got you got here. So we're going to do the head. We're going to follow the instructions to completely do the head. We're going to do the body, right arm, left arm. We're going to flip things over. Then we're going to do the lower body, the right leg, the left leg, put it all together. Put the little bracer on for display. It doesn't have a stand, but it has this little bracer. We're good to go. Self-explanatory, pretty easy. No tools required. So when we put these two stickers on, we only have two stickers this time, and they're a lot easier to apply than the Deku kit, Midoriya's, which had eyes and wrist things, and it was annoying. It was very frustrating. It was too many stickers for what is supposed to be an entry grade. Uh, this will not have that. There are two stickers. You could do it without. You could also not put the stickers on if you don't want to put the insignias on there. I don't know why you would, but you don't have to. All right, so we've got A1 here, and we're going to start with A1 Part 2. Again, no tools required. You could just rock these out. There should be no nubbins or extras, which is great. Yeah, and it's true. Sometimes you might find that if you're manhandling the trees, you might break something off, which would be very frustrating. I just want to see. Yeah. If they wrote anything there. No, they do include this entry grade. That's cool. All right, so we got A1 2 here. And then shows you, flip it over. Okay. Then take A1 4. Here's what A1 4 is supposed to look like. And then the direction there, which is great. You can really see where you're going with it. And then, yeah, comes right off. And then they're like, okay, now attach these parts. Again, these are still spiky. Maybe not as spiky as pointy and painful as some of the other kits. We'll see that when we do Gohan, and we'll talk about the Gohan kit. That one's got some spiky hair because I'm excited about this Gohan kit. It's Ultimate Gohan, so it is young adult, teen. It's teen Gohan, but there's also parts included to make it future Gohan. The Gohan, he still has his arm, so it's not that part of the future, but it is the future of the Gohan that trained Trunks in the bad future. And that's a Super Saiyan, and that looks pretty great. All right. Yeah, so the eyes of this kit are literally just on the plastic. They're just blue plastic. Then we put the whites of the eyes on there in the back of the face. And then we just have one piece for the face here, so we'll put that there. I hope you're all doing well here on a Saturday evening. Thanks for all being here. Welcome, welcome. It's Dragon Ball night. Originally, I did not plan for this to be Dragon Ball night. I knew I wanted to do this entry grade because I'm planning on shooting a video where I compare and contrast the three. I've done that before where I've done like a high grade, a real grade, and a master grade of the same type, the kit. Like, hey, let's look at three versions of the Wing Gundam. I've done that before. And I've done like high grade 1/100, Iron Blood Orphans 1/100, the full mechanics, and the master grade on 100 scale. Kind of compare and contrast that. And that was really fun to do. So I want to do another video like that. I think I called that series Closer Look, but I think that was a fun project, and I would like to do that again. So I'm going to do another one of those videos, and that'll be out. I don't know when that'll be out. That'll be out sometime next week, I guess. Maybe Monday? If I have time tomorrow, maybe I'll shoot that on Monday. I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow. Okay, this is going to go on the face there, so we got to do more of the back of the head. Going to do 5 and 6 here. But I want to compare and contrast the three entry grades that I've built, the two that I've built so far, and then this one. And then I will, then we'll work on Gohan. And we're doing Gohan specifically because this was purchased via gift cards sent by Harold, purchased by Harold, because USA Gundam Store. And then, so It's like he bought it on Amazon. Instead, he did it through gift cards, and so I treat it like that. I treat it like it is a mailbag purchase. So if you buy something from my wish list, I build it before I build other things. That is my guarantee to you, because it is the least I can do for someone choosing to spend their hard-earned dollars so I can keep doing something cool. I genuinely very much appreciate it. All right, so let's get some more hair layered here. Again, yeah, my fingers aren't annoyed with this, so that is a great sign. So we'll put that there. And the last piece of hair. Yeah, this comes together real quick, real easy. Again, you're going to have more flexibility of posing and more options for like the face. Like there's only one face, only one expression here. You're going to have a little bit more fun with the figure rise line than this, but this is a very inexpensive kit. So that's what you're getting there, you know. All right. Okay, so body. Now let's do the body here. We're going to take we're going to put aside A for a moment and get into B2, which is the front and back. And we're going to apply stickers. And again, because this kit, is no tools required, we're going to test that by using stickers without our X-Acto knife, which I would normally not do. I would normally use the sponger or an X-Acto knife or tweezers or something to apply stickers, but this is a no-tool kit, so... All right, we're going to put this on the back here, and we're going to line it up in the center. And there we go. And then we will just use them. I'm just going to use them. I love the big orange H, indeed. All right. I do like this kit. It's just like, yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it looks good. And then we'll do the front one here. I do like this kit. It's just like, look, we're only going to put the blue on that you see. So you'll see like the blue. We're not going to build a whole blue t-shirt. We're just going to build some of it. All right, then we're going to put this on the front here. It is odd to put a sticker like this on plastic that is bent like this because it is supposed to show, movability and give it some life, and I appreciate that. But putting like a flat sticker on a curved surface like this is strange, and you really got to put a lot of pressure on it because you want it to stay on. So you really got to really put some pressure on. It is odd. It is an odd feeling to not use a tool to do this. But there we go. That's not too bad. That was easy. Sticker's done. We'll put this here. Snap this together. The arms are just going to snap in the sides, so we don't even, we're not like putting the arms in and then snapping rather to compress it like you would with a lot of other kits, which is totally okay and totally cool. And then we're now moving on to more of the chest here and the head. We're going back to A. Pop it in there. I hope you're having a good enough weekend. I'm doing all right. A lot of anime to watch, folks. A whole lot of anime. At least 2 shows I normally watch are on like brief hiatus, which was nice because it gave me the chance to watch the new stuff. Like they go, they kind of go out of their way to make it easy, to like Jujutsu Kaisen's off for a week so that you watch the new stuff, which is good. But I watched just about everything I wanted to watch. There's a couple things that I'm watching on my own schedule. Quintessential Quintuplet Season 2, I'm going to watch when I want to watch it. That is kind of like my decision on that because there's a lot of stuff that comes out on Fridays and Saturdays. But the nice thing also is one show, there's 2 shows I watched that I'll talk about tonight. I'm never going to watch again, or it'll be very unlikely that I watch it again. I'll say that. maybe never say never. Maybe I'll come back to it. But like, they weren't good, and I don't want to. One, I stopped watching during the episode. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to keep watching this, and I just bounced, and that felt great. Uh, and one show, I liked Fine Enough, and maybe I'll check it out next week, but I don't know. And then another one's on Thin Ice. So I will say this season, it's not that great. Uh, Obviously, some of the not obviously, I shouldn't say obviously like that. Sometimes I say obviously, and I don't mean it. A couple shows haven't started yet. They're starting like a week later, so there are some big things that haven't started yet. We haven't gotten season 2 of Slime. The time I got reincarnated by a slime, reincarnated as a slime, I should say. We haven't had that. We also haven't had the second season of Doctor Stone World. That hasn't started yet. So, and also there's a couple shows that premiere tomorrow that I'm interested in, including an isekai that like seems like it might be pretty cool. That's starting tomorrow. So like, we're not done with the season, but the new stuff that I've been watching this week, I was mostly like, boo. So it's a bummer if the best stuff this season is going to be all return shows. Hey, Dirty, welcome. Lastbrook says, I've been looking forward to Funimation and Crunchyroll and nothing. Oh, looking at it, nothing's grabbing me at all. Dirty wants me to hit that gong. Fine, I'll do that gong, Dirty. Watching Alex's New York rock stream, says Lord Cratchton. I enjoyed when he messed up his segue plan and gave up on them entirely. I haven't seen the New Year's Eve stream. But I'll have to check it out. Enjoy that gong, my friend. Thank you for redeeming your channel points for the gong. Yeah, Lastbrook. So, I'll talk about the shows I watched on Friday and Saturday, but the stuff that came out on Thursday, because nothing new that I'm watching came out on Wednesday except for, I guess I shouldn't say nothing. There is one show that came out on Wednesday, and I did like it, but that's season 2 of ReZero, but I'm not going to be talking about that week to week. Let's see, what are the shows? Heaven's Design Team is so far my new favorite show this season. Heaven's Design Team was really good. It's really cute and I think really solid. I would definitely recommend that. Give that a shot. All right, we're building our arms. The right arm and the left arm. So let's start with the right arm. And then season 2 of Laid Back Camp was excellent. It was like a prequel episode. It was a flashback, and was lovely and charming. And I thoroughly enjoyed that episode of it. Great start to the new season. But yeah, the new stuff. Like, well, Lord Crashington wants me to hit the soundboard. I will do that in 1 second, Lord Crashington. Thank you for using your channel points. Let's hit some sounds. All right. All right, let's build an arm here. Not yet. This is very simple, very straightforward, very easy. We're on A2 here. But yes, Lashbrook. Things are not super like. There's nothing right now that's like super standing out as like this is the best new season. New show this season. The first episode of Suppose a Kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town. Is definitely a mixed bag. Like I like the premise a lot, but I don't like all of the characters yet. I'm looking forward to liking the characters more. Hopefully very soon. And yeah. Finding out that we've got ourselves a like a yandere style character. I want more backstory from the belt girl because I want to definitely like her more than I do right now. If she's instantly going to be jealous of the guy that quote unquote saved her, talking to another lady, I'm like, oh, I don't need that. But the girl with one arm, the mercenary with one arm, is definitely intriguing. So, I don't know. That show could be good. Tomorrow, is the debut of stuff I don't know about. Like question marks. Um, Jobless reincarnation could be awesome, could be bad. I definitely wait and see on that. Uh, because that could go either way. It's an interesting premise, but it's also could be a boilerplate isekai because it's not super interesting, honestly. X Arm, I I don't know. I think that's gonna be on Crunchyroll. I'm pretty sure. I want to do more research. I feel like that was kickstarted, or like the pilot was kickstarted years ago. I don't know. That seems kind of cool. And Kimono Jihen. I don't know who's picking that up. I haven't seen if anyone's picking that. No, but it might be that no one picked it up. But that show is kind of interesting. It might be just Dr. Ramune, but also instead of uh, it being about a doctor who is weird, it is about a detective who is weird. So I don't know. It seems like a similar premise, but I'll check it out. Hi, Bobby. Have you ever tried getting into Common Rider at all? So, Bobby, I have an appreciation for Common Rider, like I have appreciation for um, series that are, the Super Sentai series of things. I have an appreciation for the art form and what it is trying to do. I have attempted to get into it and have failed pretty spectacularly. Um, but I do appreciate what it is and what it does. Um, but yeah, I've never like really committed to like this is a season of a show I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna watch every episode of it. But I do think it's cool. Yeah, it's just never caught my attention and held my attention, I should say. All right, we are done with it. Look at this. We're like half an hour into the stream. We already finished the top half of our Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. He's ready to go. He's got his pose down. So yeah, these arms do not move. In fact, me attempting to move it made the hands literally pop off. So you're not getting any movement out of this kit. And now I gotta take the arm off to replace the hand here. But as I said, this is it. This is an inexpensive kit we're working with here. So yeah, you're not getting any movement here. The head doesn't move. Literally none of this moves. Um, but it's price range around $10, and so there you go. But yeah, we're already halfway done with our kit. Again, you're not going to see much movement. Now, to be fair, when you're dealing with the Figure Rise kits, the Kamen Rider kits, as mentioned, Kamen Rider, or the Dragon Ball kits, there's not a whole lot going on there as far as movability, but the arms do move. You can move the legs around some, not a lot. Sometimes the legs are locked like they are here, but there is some movement involved. The head can move around. As I said, there's also different heads that can be attached, so you do get a little more of that. Uh, but uh, but they are kind of basic. So, um, but yeah, talking about new anime stuff. Yeah, I think like the stuff I watched yesterday and today, I wasn't super psyched about. As I said, not everything had started, but the new things aren't really doing it for me, and I would like them to do that. Uh, Everything was kind of like, all right, and obviously there's stuff I haven't watched, right? Like there's always going to be stuff that I haven't seen, so I can't super comment on it. Um, but last season felt like so many of the things were like fresh and new and interesting, and like bold and like we're doing something and going for it. And this one hasn't much. Hey, we got Aristofan here with a question. Hi, Aristofan. Gundam question. When you do more advanced kits and you accidentally put in a piece the wrong way, and then you try to remove it, to use a special tool, asking for a friend, asking for me. So, I can talk about tools a little bit. Obviously, this kit does not require tools, so we are not using any. Um, but I could talk about some tools that I use. Yeah, let me do that. So Aristophan, I went and got myself this little portable toolkit. Everything in here, with the exception of one piece, is from the original kit. You've got yourself some spongers here with a sharp edge that gets a little dull, but little things there. We've got some so the plastic ones there. We've got metal spongers here that are a little heavier. We've got very flexible metal spongers here. Some tweezers. I took out a thing. I took out one of these to put in a screwdriver from a different set because sometimes I work with kits that require screws, so I keep it together. I bought this. This is meant for repairing smartphones. But spongers, especially like this thing here, this is great for separating pieces because you can get in to the cracks areas when you put something on wrong, right? So this is not the best thing to look at here because this isn't going to have as many edges here. It's not meant to like come apart, but you can kind of wiggle your way into parts to separate them. Okay, you know what we'll do is I'm going to try to separate this piece from this piece here using my wedge here to kind of get in. And what I do is I just slowly try to work it, right? Like this wants to come apart because it's put in right and it will meant to be pop apart, but then you can kind of get in there. You don't want to use your cutters, your snipper clips should only be used for snipping off of the tree. You shouldn't use that to wedge things together or to clamp things together. You shouldn't use it to pry things apart because you're going to be cutting into that material. So I got these tools. Look, you could use a butter knife. You could take a butter knife. You could take a file if you have one of those. You could take if you have a very thin flathead screwdriver, you could use a flathead screwdriver to separate parts. But yeah, you just kind of want to get in there and slowly pry them together. You could use multiple tools if you want to do that. This thing I think cost me like $10, $15, $20. I can't remember. But also it's great because it is portable. And yeah, Slowbird. Oh, first I want to say thank you, Bobby Dice Roller. I'm gonna hit the applause there. Thank you so much, Bobby. Happy New Year. Thanks, Pat, for awesome year of streams. Thank you very much, Bobby. Appreciate that very much. Let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the moat in the chat. Thank Bobby for that. Really appreciate it. Thank you. For some reason, I can't copy for some reason, my emotes aren't working. I don't know why. So I can't put emotes in the chat at the moment. I can put one emote. One of my emotes is working. The other ones aren't. But thank you for putting emotes in there. And then Slowbird said, Lego sets sometimes come with big orange things that pry pieces apart. Yes, the brick separator. I don't have one handy, but I always have several of them. The orange brick separators that you get with some bigger kits, and you can also buy them separately online. They're available on Amazon. People, like, I think, reselling them. Those could work there because they have the wedge component as well. So you could try that as well. But a wedge, like I said, you could use a butter knife, or if you have a flathead screwdriver, you could make that work as well. But just be very careful with it, and take your sweet ass time with it. Like really, really be careful. And also realize that this happens. I've done it. I've put things in wrong. I always talk about the iron-blooded orphan kits, how the chest is like concave and like hunched over, and you have to get used to building kits like that because they are atypical from normal chest kits on most Gundams. So you have to I remember when I first started doing it, I was like, this is so weird. Why is this so hard? And it took me a little while to get used to it. So I would have to take things apart because I hadn't done it right. Thanks, Pat and Slowbird. I have a ton of those brick separers. Yeah, the brick sepper might work out well. It might not be thin enough, but you can certainly try with it. And good luck. See if there was any other shows coming out. I don't really yeah. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot on my plate right now. I've been doing some I have a gig tomorrow. I'm doing customer service stuff here and there. I am a fill-in for a company, and they were like, "We don't know if we're gonna have much work for you." They have work for me because guess what, folks? Customer service people are just so tired after this Christmas because there's a lot of people very unhappy that the things they purchased didn't arrive in time for Christmas. And sometimes they did purchase it on time and did the right thing and did everything right. But the mail's just overworked, and people can only be so understanding before they're just upset and unhappy. And are they taking it out unfairly, taking it out on customer service representatives of companies? Oh, certainly they're doing that. Uh, but it's still happening. So I have that has been one of my main things is just like occasionally working some hours for that because people just call in sick. Uh, but that has been the thing. I'm doing that again tomorrow. It's fine. It's not what I want to be doing, certainly, but it's work, and I can't turn down work these days. In this economy, forget it. Gotta work if you can. So doing that. Um, yeah, not a whole lot going on with me, Pat Baer. Uh, I've been watching some awesome games done quick. It's not yet up on YouTube, I don't believe, but when the archive of the Yakuza 6 goes up, you should watch it because I watched it last night and it was awesome. That was really, really good. It was really solid. The runner is really good. His couch, quote unquote, the virtual couch was just one person, and that one person mostly talked when the runner was dealing some difficult bosses where had to concentrate, and the other run, and so the couch person who also runs other Yakuza games, like jumped in to do commentary there. It was really entertaining. It was very fun. The person was very knowledgeable about Yakuza games, and particularly that one. They also did Kiwami 2, I believe, uh, on stream before. But yeah, overall, very solid um, uh, experience. Highly recommend it. It was a good time. Oh, so these feet move a little bit. You can kind of adjust the feet. That's good. Pardon me. Sorry. Uh, so there's a little movement there. And then again, we got this thing that is going to place use when you want to display. More stable. So we put this here. But yeah, I think that one was great. And then there is there's a few other ones I like. Super like Wario 4 was pretty fun because that's a very different game from the first three Wario games, the Wario Land games. So that was kind of fun. I watched that. Let me know if you watched any cool GDQ stuff that you should check out. My parents showed up on Thursday night to tell me they were closing on a house in town. This is the first I've heard about it, but hey, they're no longer going to be 4.5 to 5 hours away, so that's cool. Dirty, that's a weird thing. They didn't tell you they were looking for a house or that they were narrowing it down to near you. Yeah, Dirty, that's pretty weird. They're like, hey, we found a house. We're going to close on it. Strange. The Zelda Wand of Gamelon CDI run was wild. Oh, God. Those games are. You, they should pay you to watch those games. Those things are awful. I hope it was very entertaining. But yeah, I've watched Let's Plays of that. It was just like, oh no. All right, yeah, so we're done with our Goku. This feels very light. It's very lightweight. It's very easy to put together. We started at, what, 9:10? So that's like a half an hour of building. So it was very simple to put this together. I knew we would be done with it. But as I said, the entry uh, price point of this is very easy. The runner was fantastic. And Kung Fu Fruit Cup was so amazed at what was happening, so it was pretty wholesome run. Oh, that's really fun. Yeah, the organizer for Yakuza 6, they hit the incentive to watch and they skip cutscenes, but there was a cutscene that they watched, and it was the first time that the person from GDQ was watching, and it was very interesting to watch along with that person. But yeah, that sounds cool, Silver Strike. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, we're done with this kit. This is done. Uh, Goku is cool. Um, I guess my impressions of this are I like this better than the than Deku, and I don't like it as much as the RX-78. I would say For $10, it's not a bad kit. Yeah, Silver Streak, for the price point, this isn't bad. But I would say I would rather spend another $10 to get 20 something dollars and get one of the figurized kits. To get like we can literally compare and contrast because this is gonna be a better time. Like I haven't built this yet. It's still gonna be a better time. Um, Whereas I think the RX-782 is great starter if you want to get into more kits. This doesn't feel like a good starter to then jump to one of those. But I'll take a photo of it, for the stuff. But time to take a photo here. Or I'll take a photo on its instruction manual. But yeah, one of my favorites from one of the AGQs was GTA San Andreas in the middle of the night. It kept breaking because the PC hadn't been restarted recently and other issues. Yeah, I mean, Lord Crashington, you bring up a good point. There was I can't remember what stream it was, but the guy had internet troubles. And then I also watched a stream pretty recently where the only way to get things to work for the runner was to turn off his webcam, and then his internet connection suddenly got good. So it was just voice. Um, Doing it digital has been weird. This one, um, good and bad, but weird. Uh, yeah, some runners have had some trouble. The idea of like I didn't restart my computer lately, like that's just a fun odd one. All right, so we finished with that kit. So we're gonna move on to Gohan. We got Gohan. Well, let's get set up with that. So we're going back to there's still some English in here, but definitely a different style. Not colored style. So definitely a different build experience here. And then we got to get all our stuff out. But we'll have a stand. We'll have some weapon stuff, some blast stuff, which I love. I love this clear plastic for these. I think that's always cool looking. But yeah, this is more traditional of a kit. This was supposedly released in the year 2020, but I didn't get it till 2021. Whatever. They had backup saves for each mission, so it wasn't so bad. That's good. Just middle of the night loopiness for a small crew behind the runner. Yeah, I mean it's a skeleton crew. As some of you know, I did one event. I've done a tournament, the Gauntlet, and that was like the host, the person who is there hanging out with them, and then someone behind the scenes. So it was literally three people, and then the people doing the runs, like the host slash comment and like get another commentator. So it was like literally there was one person who was like hosting the stream and running all the tech for it. So it's really bare bones for that. There's more people for like GDQ, but still, it's definitely not the same as live events. So this is Ultimate Gohan. The storyline is things are bad. Boo has been resurrected. The world is in peril. Goku is gonna try to figure some stuff out. It's not gonna work out. They think one of their plans is let's learn about fusion and we'll fuse and it'll be okay because a lot of people fucking died. A lot of people got turned into chocolate and then eaten, and they don't have the Dragon Balls to revive them because some of those people are the people behind the Dragon Balls. So things are fucked. But Gohan's alive. Gohan is alive. Ultimate Gohan, because he's gonna get powered up by the Emperor or the Elder Kai is gonna unlock his potential. Did he already have hidden potential that was unlocked years ago by a Namekian, an Elder Namekian? Yes, he had even more potential, and he got it unlocked. So this is Ultimate Gohan. He doesn't even need to go Super Saiyan. He's strong on his own. Look at the chocolate. Sometimes I think you're making things up. No, Aristophan, Boo turned people into chocolate and candy and ate them because he liked candy. Because Boo was a very strong creature with, through the circumstances, had the mind of a child. A childlike mind. He was a hungry boy. Yes, he was definitely a hungry boy. and wanted food. So he turned people into food so he could consume them. Uh, but yeah, so a bunch of people got eaten, so they couldn't help, which makes sense. Uh, and then, yeah, so they powered up Gohan so that Gohan could kick some ass. Now, also, this kit, as you can see here, we'll maybe turn that around. There, you can see there's two heads down here. This is Ultimate Gohan's head, and this is Future Gohan's head. Because this Gohan, the events that this Gohan lives through are not the events this Gohan lives through. Because there's a point in the timeline where Gohan's dad dies. Goku, we just built Goku. He dies, and he doesn't come back because he dies of natural causes, and they don't bring him back. And things get fucked. I hope DBS, even if DBS ever continues, they let Fit Boo actually participate in the fight. Yeah, who knows? Who knows about Boo? If we're gonna ever see more Boo, because they had in the fake tournament they had Boo, and then they were like, you know what? What if we didn't have Boo? Boo's tired and doesn't want to do it. She's like, okay. Um, so anyway, Linkin Park Gohan, indeed. Uh, the future Gohan is from a dark future where future Trunks is. Gohan's one of the only people left. He's a mix of human blood and Saiyan blood, so he trains Trunks, who is a mix of human blood and Saiyan blood. Um, uh, and things don't go great for him. He's got a scar on his face. He loses an arm later. The thing I'm really psyched about this kid is I didn't think I'd ever be able to build that version of Gohan. Like, future Gohan is like blink and you miss him. He's in a couple things. It's not a huge character in the story. So for him to have like a figure, I'm really psyched about. I'm really, really pleased about that. Now, you can't build both of these. These are, we're going to choose which kit we're building. We'll take photos of both by the end, but we're choosing which kit we're going to build. Am I tempted to find this kit again so that I can have both of them? I mean, yeah, but you've got to understand, it's Gohan. He's my favorite. He's the sweet little boy that gets pushed too far, and then he gets good. He gets real good, and he does a great job. And then he grows up, and then he gets to be a comedy, a joke character. He gets to be the Great Saiyaman. So Lashbrook, you can swap them out, but you can't have them at the same time. I can pick and choose. I can have Future Saiyan Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then the other days I can have Ultimate Gohan. But what if I want to have both of them? Can't have both of them at the same time. Save the world with his range. Yes, with his rage, I should say. He's Piccolo's son. He's a good boy. Yeah. But here's the thing. Then he gets to be fun. Now, what we don't have here is a thing that we don't have that I would love to have, and we don't get it, is we don't get Super Saiyan Great Saiyaman or regular Great Saiyaman. And I want that. I want Gohan goes to high school. He finally going to be around kids his own age, but he still wants to help the people in the city, and he still wants to fight crime and be a hero and use his powers for good, but he doesn't want people to know what he's up to. So he has help creating a costume and a secret identity, and he goes by the Great Saiyaman. And it's terrible, and I love it. And then he's going to fight in the World Martial Arts Tournament, but he doesn't want his lady friend to know what's up. So he is like, oh, I know what I'll do. I will pretend I will wear this costume as Great Saiyaman, but I'll switch things up. I will switch things up, and I will I will take off this easily identifiable features that I have here. You can't tell who I am because I will wear a bandana. and sunglasses because I can't wear my helmet when I fight. I actually missed a piece here. I missed part of the spiky hair. A thing that we've got here to contend with is we're building Ultimate Gohan here. Um, Now, you can swap parts out if you wanted to, but I still need this base. So I'm going to build all of the hair pieces for future Gohan, but without this piece, it's not going to fit. But we're still going to put them together. We'll do everything but that part. We'll just have it in 2 sections. That should work. But yeah. Great Saiyaman Gohan, there's a figure arts. So the figure arts are just action figures. The figure rise are figure model kits. So there is a distinction, and it is a fairly important one. I'm using my fingers like because I did that there. To follow up, I confirmed that a Lego separator can help with Gundam separation. Great! I don't care what anyone says. I love the full Bulma-made Saiyaman suit with the helmet. Oh, no. Silver Streak. I think the helmet is way better than the sunglasses and bandana because the helmet screams superhero and the bandana screams cosplay. So, yeah, no. I fully believe that the proper way to go is with um, uh, is to go like, hey, we're putting on this helmet. I think that's great. Gohan is indeed the cosplayer type of nerd. Indeed. Oh yeah. No, Gohan totally would get into a thing. You know, he hasn't read a lot of manga, but as soon as he does, he's gonna get super into it. All right, so there's future Gohan's hair. Because we can, and we'll just show this. What we can do is you can take this. We gotta separate all this here, but we can. So it is a bummer that they don't give you 2 of these pieces. If they gave you 2 of these pieces, you could do the head fully separate and swap the heads easily. They are asking you to pick and choose, which I don't like, and I wish they had done that differently. But we could do this, swap this out, and then put this here. And then put that like that. And then you can just wear that. And that's what you gotta do. So that's annoying. It is not going to be as easy to swap these because it's not giving you 2 distinct different heads, which is annoying. I will say a cool thing is if you get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which is young Gohan, later, if you buy the Piccolo kit, it comes with parts for the Super Saiyan 2, so they look matching. So you can, give him the full, because, he's wearing the purple by the end of it. When he goes Super Saiyan 2, he's just wearing the purple gear because he got kind of messed up. And then also the weirdness of, oh, I became a floaty guy or powered up. Now I can, now I could do cool shit that I wasn't doing before. And my shirt got all messed up. Which is like, okay, sure, yeah, that happens, sure. Um, it is, yeah. There is a way to make it so he's wearing basically the whole costume that he asked politely to wear. That looks like Piccolo's gear. All right, so we'll put that on there. We'll put this there. But yeah, I love the Great Saiyaman arc that leads into the Buu arc because it is goofy and nonsense, and I can appreciate that because I don't know, it's just fun. It's just fun to throw back to the early days of Dragon Ball and have like a kind of goofy comedy. I know it wasn't well received in Japan, and it wasn't super well received here in the U.S. years later, um, because people were like, "Where's fighting? Where's Vegeta? Where's Goku? What is this? Why is this a school show? What's happening?" Okay, so we're gonna keep going with Ultimate. I'd be up for. Oh yeah, I'll have a little water, dirty. Sure, I'll be up for a Saiyaman spin-off show. Yes, Great Saiyaman is another reason I love movie 12, but also I'm a mark for Goten. All right, yeah, I think Gotenks is a really fun, silly idea. The merger of the I'm strong and don't have to do anything, son of the rich boy, um, Goten and our Trunks and Goten, the my mom gave up on. I'm strong because my mom trains me to be a fighter because she misses my dad so much, and because despite her best efforts, her first son turned out to be strong, but also doesn't have the will to fight, and it's the worst of both worlds. So they also needed a reason to explain why he was strong, because they were like, why does he end up strong? He probably shouldn't. And they're like, oh, well, the answer is he ends up strong because he trained with his mom, because she is lonely. Uh, with smarter pro tag, yes, yeah, because you just like he's book smart, but Gohan isn't street smart, and that's very fun. Like he's like, how do I fake play baseball? I'll try to play baseball and not be overpowered. Oop, I fucked up. Uh, Goten always interested me because he's history's youngest Super Saiyan and even more kind-hearted than Goku. Uh-oh, what happened? I'm still connected here, but I lost. All right, I gotta refresh my dashboard. Watching locally, no problems. If you're watching live, okay, we're back. I lost my image there. I had to come and refresh the page. Did I get my I got all my modes back though. That's good. You're still live to us. Yeah, I was still live. I got an error message on my dashboard of my preview of the stream, which usually is an indication that something's going to go wrong. But I wasn't dropping frames and I didn't get disconnected, which is good. All right, so we got I think which one's 18, which one's 19? Uh-oh. Okay, this is 18 and this is 19 or 17 and 18. All right, shit. I shouldn't probably pull these off at the same time. One has two dots, one has one dot. We'll figure this out real quick because we'll know here. We're gonna focus on ultimate and do the two faces. So let's get those going. Uh, Lord Crashing wants to say that Gong. Yes, we will do a pause for the cause. He was until Pan went Super Saiyan in the womb. Yes. Pan is somehow being a quarter Super Saiyan makes Pan have a lot of potential to be incredible. That she does not ever get a chance to do anything cool. The coolest thing Pan does is punch a big guy in a tournament one time. That is non-canon because Super takes place before that episode of Dragon Ball Z, thus saying that that does not exist. Pan does not get to be cool. Hey, Wear Tag, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Pan is just a bummer. The two biggest bummers in GT to me are yes, the two biggest bummers in GT to me are that Pan is mostly whiny and there to react to things and doesn't get to be cool. And that Toriyama was so mad at people that he made Trunks lame as hell, like not cool as like basically it's just like kind of looks like Future Trunks, definitely isn't Future Trunks, one of the most beloved and loved characters in Dragon Ball, and he was just like, not this one, nah, this one you're not gonna like this guy, not this version. I really hope they do anything next with GB. They do a time skip so we can forever ignore GT. Yeah, one would assume. Uh, I don't know if superheroes is going to come over here. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. All right, we're going to do our first sticker. We are going to take a pause to the cause, but first we're going to apply our first sticker to this kit, which is the mouth. We got to put a mouth on this thing, on our weird faces that are hard to look at. Um, uh, so we'll do this. Let's do E10. All right, great. Put the mouth on, because there are two different faces for this kit, which is cool. I thought most of the story beats for GT were all from. Well, no, I mean like character designs was him, and like he didn't run the room, but he came up with the storylines. These are so the thing is, Dragon Ball fans like to say that Toriyama had nothing to do with GT because they don't like GT, but they like Dragon Ball, so they want to be like Toriyama had nothing to do with it, but like he didn't have as much to do with it, but it's still his story. It's still his designs. It's just it wasn't like he didn't executive produce every moment of the thing. He's not as hands on as he was with other Dragon Ball properties. Uh, so yeah, it's frustrating because yeah, I don't know, but like it's yeah, it's still his thing. You can't do Dragon Ball without him, like basically. So I don't know. All right, we got Serious Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, and then we can do so you can do Serious Gohan, or we got to put a little face. We got to put another piece of hair on there, which we'll do. Um, 22, which is the cowlick. Why does some sets seem to have a lot of stickers instead of just coloring the pieces? Money, Bobby. Bobby, it comes down to high grades are going to have stickers because they don't want to have layers of pieces. So, like, you could do this mouth here that you're going to see. You could do this with a piece of that color plastic that you layer on. But that's a small little piece, and it's a lot cheaper to make a sticker of it. So a kit that costs $25 is going to have stickers. Like this thing here, we got a lot of stickers here. We're going to have a lot of long stickers that are going to be like the edges of his gear. And that is just to save money. It's just a cost-cutting thing. Which master grades aren't going to have a lot of those stickers because you're paying for more of the more expensive kit. So you get what you pay for. We will take a pause for the cause in a moment or two. I just want to get one of these heads done. So we got Serious Head, and then we're going to get Yelly Head, and I got to get A1 for Yelly Head. And again, the ultimate version, or this is the ultimate version, the future one will use the same heads, except you will use a different color behind it. Well, one of these heads is different. Because it's got oh, that's right, you got to put the cracks on the face. So you really do have to choose which one you want to do, because if we want to do future, we got to take these stickers here and we got to apply these stickers, which are denote the scars on his face. I said cracks, but they're scars. So we would have to take these scars and put them over the eyes. So you really do have to decide. You can't swap between the two. So we're going to do Ultimate Gohan and not worry about anymore the parts to make it that because you can't really swap between the two because you want to put the things on there. In the future, am I going to buy that and build it myself? Probably. I'm probably going to do that in the future. I'm probably going to buy this kit again and just build it for myself because you can't really interchange the two without adding those stickers in. And I'm not a big fan of that, but whatever. Gohan is my favorite character, but dang, I hate when they did to Videl in the tournament. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see her go a little farther as one of the... Also, Videl is tough because... It's not tough. It's not tough at all. It's frustrating because Videl is one of the strongest humans, and then she becomes a mom. Like if she had been properly trained, she could definitely go farther, and it could have been very interesting to see what would have happened if she had been like, even if she trained under Roshi, like once she learns how to fly and has that open up to her, like she could be one of the strongest humans. And it is frustrating that it's like, no, she doesn't get to do that. Anyway, we're going to take a pause to the cause, and I'm going to talk about some ways you can support the channel. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. If you're watching this later on YouTube, I'm going to put some links in the chat here, and you can find those in the show description. Thanks for watching, YouTube. If you're watching live, I'm going to be talking about ways you can support the channel. Of course, you don't have to. These are all options. You don't have to worry about that. If you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. Let the people know you're a subscriber. That's a great way to support what I do by throwing those emotes in there. Thank you very much for your continued support. If you have Oh, Bobby is now gifting subs. I was just going to talk about gift subs. That is a way to support what I do. I'm going to get the applause in there. Welcome to Forrest Doggo, Big Mike, Wood Raz, Rose, Enkblot, and Kiao. Welcome. Thank you so much. I was going to say, if you've been gifted a sub, you can always convert that to a regular old sub there. Don't forget the gong I redeemed. I did forget about the gong, Lord Crashington. Thank you. As these roll in, I'm going to hit that gong. Thank you for reminding me, Lord Crashington, because I did forget. But yeah, thank you. That is a way to support what I do. If you have your Twitch Prime token, you can redeem that with me. If you have your Amazon Prime link to your Twitch, Dirty also wants me to hit that gong. I will do that. It's gong time. Here we go. All right, thank you very much. Slowbird throwing in the emotes. Thank you for that. Yes, gifting a sub like Bobby. Bobby's now the top of the gifting leaderboard. Bits and coins are also appreciated. My voice cracked there. I apologize. Meg is the top of the leaderboard for that. Bits, coins, gifting subs, becoming a subscriber. These are great ways to support what I do. They're not the only ways. I also have a Patreon. That's an alternative to supporting me through Twitch. Bobby's just like being number one. Well, you are number one. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gift subs. That's rad. But yeah, thank you for doing that. But yeah, I have a Patreon. That's an alternative there. Everything I make through Patreon and through Twitch goes to buying more model kits. So that is stuff that I do in the future. Because once I build a kit, it's done. Also, direct donations. If you want to help me out buying model kits so I can continue to build on the stream, you could do that. Silver Streak just gifted out 2 subs to the community. Welcome to Looney Steven and Broken Quest. Thank you very much, Silver Streak. With the applause there. Welcome. Thanks you for that. I very much appreciate it, Silver Streak. Thank you for gifting those subs. Very rad. That rules. So thank you very much for doing that. I said direct donations. That's another way to do that. Dirty just gifted a sub to Rigsty. Welcome, Rigsty. Hitting the applause there. And we're on a hype train. So thank you very much. We're down on a hype train. Appreciate that so much. Thank you to everybody. Yeah, everybody, all aboard the train. I appreciate everybody here. Do I have is there a whistle? Do I have a whistle? Yes. That's not really a whistle, but it looks like a whistle on my little soundboard. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this and we'll get back to building. But I appreciate everyone's support. So, this kit was bought from USA Gundam Store because Harold, H-Bomb and Friends, bought me some gift cards there. That is a way to support what I do. You go to USA Gundam Store, you get a gift card there. They send you a code in your email. You then whisper me here on Twitch or DM me on Twitter and go like, hey, here you go. Here's your gift code. Then I buy something from there. I promise not to pre-order anything because that was 50-50. Either showed up on time or showed up months late. And that's a bummer because it's your money. I don't mind pre-ordering things. In fact, I just pre-ordered something the other day. It won't get here till May. But that's all right. That's fine. Alternatively. Oh, and now, what? An anonymous gifter just gave Totinos a sub. Thank you to the anonymous gifter who just gifted a sub to the brand Tostinos. Totinos. Welcome, Totinos. I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much for gifting that sub, Anonymous. It's very kind of you. Yay, brands, indeed. Um, I have an Amazon wish list. I have to get through this, folks, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much. But I also have to talk about my Amazon wish list. Uh, Aristofan is gifting 2 subs. One is to Christian. Haven't seen Christian in a little bit, but I hope Christian appreciates this. And the other is to Gunsmith James. And Harold, Harold, is this loading ready run right now? Yes, where people are doing silly subs. No, but I appreciate all the love. Thank you all for your support. This is awesome. I have to check. I think we're at our highest subtotal ever. We're at 84 subs right now. Yeah, we're at 85. I'm gonna call that the highest I've ever had. Because yeah, now Doritos is a subscriber. Thank you, anonymous gifter, for gifting Doritos a subscription. I really appreciate it. I have to talk about my Amazon wish list because that's an important element before we get back to building. I got some inexpensive stuff on here, some more expensive stuff. I just put in a new Lego set that looks kind of fun. It is Spider-Man and Ghost Rider versus Carnage. I just want to build Ghost Rider's cool car. It's the ghost car. It's not the motorcycle. It's a car. Why isn't it the motorcycle? I don't fucking know, but it isn't. I don't know. I put a bunch of kits in there. Also, ooh, that just went up in price. Dang, that got expensive. The new Re-Rise, the Animarize kit is beautiful looking. It's a beautiful red and black colored kit. I'm gonna move that. That got more expensive. Dang, that jumped in price. Shit. That was not that expensive before. But anyway, I got a bunch of model kits on there. You buy it, it jumps the queue. I build them ahead of time. Wonder if they'll continue their subs. I mean, I hope they do. I hope Doritos has a great time watching. These prints can use the support. Indeed, Cirrus fan. I know in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Ghost Rider, there's a successor to the original and drives a car instead. Well, Slowbird might drive a car in Spider-Man in the comics too. I don't know. I haven't kept track. I was just like, it's not a motorcycle. That's weird. But it's a cool-looking car. I just got my first Gunpla kit in the mail, says Bobby. It's a set of balls from the original series that I called them Balls Mahoney. Yep. Indeed. The ball is a very fun kit. I got a couple on my wish list as well. But yeah, that's the wish list. I'm going to get through these real fast and get back to building, folks. So folks that have been patient because they want to see me work on this Gohan, I apologize. But we'll get to it. All right. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, I have a Discord. Join my Discord. I post build photos at the end of every stream. Car-based Ghost Rider was always kind of lame in the comics. Yes. He was great in Agent Shield. Okay, well, good. That's good to hear. I have a Discord. Join my Discord. I got some videos for you to watch. Pat Bear's Anime Club. The latest episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club was a recording I did live. So if you want to know my thoughts on last season, if you're behind on anime, you're looking for a few old series because you want to marathon a show, you don't want to watch week to week. You want to watch all 12 or all 13 episodes of a show. And you want to know what I thought about Noblesse or Kuma 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 Bear. Well, you can find out. I'll put that there. I like the Discord because it's very chill and isn't constantly pinging me. Bobby, I check it a couple times a day, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, 3 people posted. Neat. And it's usually like one person posted a couple photos, and then someone went, oh, this is sick, which is it's very positive and great. Y'all are awesome. Also, Pat recently did a podcast with me. Link is in the Discord. That's right. Harold posted a link to that, and I mentioned it in a previous stream. About that. But yes, I did do a podcast with Harold, and that was fun. Let's see. The other link is Baer With Me. On Wednesday, I debuted a very brand new web series called Baer With Me. It is a reactions video series. Every Wednesday, I will react to a different video. It will be my first time looking at that video, except for testing the sound. But whatever. I will do better on the sound than I did in this first episode. because I didn't balance the sound properly, and I will do a better job of doing that. But I will be watching a video, giving my honest reactions. I'll do some editing probably if they're long videos, and that'll be every Wednesday. It'll be react videos because people like those. And also, I love the idea of like volleyball coach reacts to Haikyuu, doctor reacts to cells at work. I love that genre, but what am I going to do? I'm just a dude. So it's just Pat reacts to this video. Look at me reacting to a jump cut clips of Shelley Duvall saying, "Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall," which I love. Ooh, I got some emotes there. Thank you very much, everybody. Choo choo. And thank you for that awesome hype train. It was very nice. We should get Pat reacting to reaction videos, some of them. If there's a very good reaction video, you can link me to that. Certainly you could link me to a very good reaction video if one of those existed, because that sounds nonsense in a way that I can appreciate. I really appreciate the very concept of a silly react video, or me reacting to a reaction video. I really appreciated that Donkey did that during his "I'm selling out and just putting up videos every day and they won't be good" videos. He did a reaction to him reacting, and in it he does not understand that he's reacting to his own video. And I think that is hilarious because he's clearly busy. And yeah, I just think that's a great idea. It's just a great premise. All right, we're going to talk about some anime. React to the react video of Jeff licking the Switch game card. Oh, yeah, reacting to people watching that and reacting, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to do it every Wednesday. It's going to be fun. All right, we're going to talk about some anime. We'll go back to building. Let's get back to Gohan. Gohan. I'm going to drink a little water here. Yeah, this is the most subs I've ever had, and that's fucking ridiculous. Thank you all so much. Now, will the number drop? Because at New Year's, or around New Year's, we did get that 25 gifted subs. Yes, I am prepared for the sub drop to happen, and that's okay. Which is why I sent out a message to people being like, if you want to convert your sub, they don't charge you until the end of your free month. I have the same glasses, Bobby. Yeah, this is a nice set of glasses here. This is a nice blue, clear blue. We got tall ones. We got short glasses. They're nice. I'm just drinking water, y'all. All right. So, it's a bit of a cheat to tell you that I watched the first episode, So I'm a Spider, So What? Because I actually am not going to talk about it much because Crunchyroll put up last week 10 minutes of the first episode. It was segments of the first episode. So I watched all that, but I didn't finish that. All right, so we're doing the body here. The body is going to be completely the same no matter what you choose. It's just which arm you choose to do, you can put there. But as I said, it's a lot of the same pieces, so you don't like... some of them are different because of the arms, but some of them are... Like, the heads aren't going to be the same. So we can't build it at the same time and just swap the parts out. You really have to choose how you want to do it. Like I said, you have that sticker. So we're just going to build Ultimate Gohan. And in the future, maybe I'll build Future Gohan. I'll build Future Gohan in the future. Sorry. But we're going to build Ultimate Gohan. And that's fine. It's okay that they chose to do that. I would, if they had made it a separate kit, I would have bought that. But that's all right. Okay, so... The premise is really good. Next week, I'm going to watch episode 2 of So I'm a Spider, So What? I mean, it's an isekai, of course. I'm going to watch it. But I do really like the premise. And I don't like that the spider is CG. I'm hoping to come to terms with that. I don't mind a CG show. I don't generally like it when it is a mixed medium of CG and digital. I don't think they mix well. I don't think people do a good job with it. So I am somewhat hesitant to say that I'm super into the show. But I think the premise is really strong. I like the can do, I'm going to survive no matter what. Uh, don't try to stop me attitude of our girl who wakes up, uh, you know, being reincarnated or transported into the body of a uh, a kid or a spider and being like, well, I'm gonna fucking survive. Let's do this thing. Uh, yeah, I have a lot of appreciation for her, and I look forward to seeing more. And I hope that the stuff about her classmates who are humans or an elf or whatever, I hope we see. I don't want to see a lot of that. I want to see like moments of that. I want to see like the parallels, but I don't really care about them. I care about our spider friend. I very much more care about our spider friend than anything else. My eyes are bad at noticing because you hadn't said anything. I wouldn't have realized it was mixed media. Oh yeah, so dirty. The all the spiders are CG, uh, and and the backgrounds are digital, and it's really really noticeable when you see all of the many spiders together. I think it'll be less noticeable in other parts of the series. But yeah, I'm a look. Here's the thing. I just fucking hate it. I just hate it. Like Gabate is awful. Arafuerta felt really bad. The dragons in uh, uh, I'm the eighth son. You're kidding me. Because everything about that was great except the dragons were CG in that show. I mean, it wasn't a great show, but everything looked good. Uh, I really notice it. It is a problem. I shouldn't be noticing it as much as I do, but I'm very sensitive to it because I like Akadama Drive is digital and uh or no, it's computer generated stuff that is supposed to look cell shaded, but it's not done cell shaded. Uh it's the Danganronpa people, and I hate the art style so much that I was like, even if the show was good, which I don't think it is, I'm not gonna watch it because yikes. That's my problem. I'll get over it. Bottom tier character Tomozaki. I am not going to watch the second episode of bottom tier character Tomozaki. Uh, Maybe I will next week, but I don't think so. Look, that character's going to have to get way better. The whole point of the show, I understand, is you take a guy who is very good at a video game. He's one of the best players. He's the best player at the video game. Um, at what's the name of the game? Did I write it down? Attack Families. Which is a terrible name. He's very good at Attack Families. Uh, but he doesn't have any social skills. He doesn't have a real life. He hates real life. He wishes it could be more like the video game that he's been playing. Uh, well, through circumstances, uh, that's Tomozaki. Hinami, um, she's the second best player at the game, but she's also like great at the game of life. She's like great at playing her cards right, and she's like popular and liked, and like certainly like playing the game that way. And she's fucking pissed off that Tomozaki is unmotivated to do the thing. So she is she is like, I'll train you to like be a better version of you and like learn how to be popular basically. And like it just didn't do anything for me. It just didn't hit me in any way as a thing that I'm interested in. Like maybe young people will grasp it. Maybe you'll like it. And people that are my age or and people will like it as well. And it's just I'm just not the right audience for it. But he's fucking sucks, and that's the point of it is that he sucks. But also the way she's trying to get him to be better isn't like self improvement. It's like yeah, I don't know. I didn't click with me. I don't expect to continue. There's another show that's set in a high school that I'm way more interested in, but more on that later. So bottom tier, I'm already done with. Like I'm literally already done with that show. unless I see a clip of it or someone I know is talking up about how, like, oh, this character really changes up the meta of it, and not the meta, but like changes the balance of it and really shakes things up, and oh, this is starting to be a cool show. Like, maybe I'll come back to it, but I don't expect to. Let's talk about Back Arrow. I'm going to talk about the name Back Arrow at the end of the end of me talking about this show. But yeah, I watched the first episode of Back Arrow. It's on Funimation. Okay, so here's the upper premise. This entire land that features two nations and also some like unassociated land of like villages that are not part of the two kingdoms. They're all within a giant wall. Dirty. I'll explain what Back Arrow is not a relation is not in any relation to um, the backspace. But I'll get to that. Be patient, please, 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 please. Uh, um, uh, so there are two nations within this kingdom because there is a wall. The wall protects. The wall is God. No one has ever been beyond the wall. Uh, the wall is there to protect you and whatever, blah, blah. So there are two nations. One, they are dedicated to science. One, they are dedicated to valor and guts. Both, I think, are bad guys. I'm pretty sure both are the bad guys. And the good guys are the villages. Anyway, this premise is bonkers. A pod. Pods fall out of the sky. They are believed to come from the wall. And the pods contain materials that they use that you can sell and barter and trade. And one of the materials most often in there is a disc, like an armband that you put on, and the armband allows you to summon a thing called Bright. Not B-R-I-G-H-T. B-R-I-H-E-I-G-H-T. Height. Bright. So they already picked a terrible name. So the Bright are mechs that you pilot inside that look humanoid. I don't know if it's mech technology or magic or supposed to be both. I don't know why they come. They don't know why they show up. I do know that they look terrible. The mech art design is pretty cool, but they are CGI and they do look bad. And that's a bummer, but okay. Anyway, the two countries fight over the controls. A control of these things when they fall. And one pod is going towards a village on the outskirts of town. They've never seen one of these pods before. They're like, oh, wow, a pod fell. That's weird. What's going on here? What is this? Well, it turns out that the pod that falls contains a dude. Not a collection of those things, the discs that make brights, a dude. I just looked up brights on Bing, and it showed me pictures of Saint Seiya. Yeah. I mean, so this is so one thing I will say. This is an original work. This is not based on a manga or anything else, so there might not be much information on Bing or Google for this show. Like I couldn't find good photos of this show because it's literally an original story. But this popped out in a way that isn't good. All right, whatever. I'll figure it out. Let me pop these out while I try to get this back together. So I should say this village that he lands on, these people from the outskirts who have never seen one of these things before and they literally think it's food. Like they think it's food. Whatever. They're yokels. I don't know why, but they're cowboys. They have cowboy hats. And there are three characters. There is the annoying dude. There is the sweet girl who is the sheriff of the town because her dad was the sheriff. So she inherited the sheriffhood of the town. and she's clearly not prepared to be the sheriff. And then there's a girl who's like the like spunky one, the one that's like the go-getter, who's like doing the work. Also, she's barely wearing a shirt. That's fun. Uh, I don't know why, but she's barely wearing a shirt. Okay, sure. Um, anyway, the dude that was in this pod, he has no memory. He doesn't know his name, doesn't know where he's from, doesn't know anything about the world, except he knows, for some reason, he knows for damn sure that he is from outside the walls, and he knows instinctively that he wants to get back uh, uh, beyond the walls. Like, he knows that. He doesn't know why he knows that, but he knows, I gotta get beyond the wall. So wait, is this Xenoblade Chronicles X? Dude, I don't fucking know. Silver Streak, um, okay. Uh, Also, a random dude shows up. Uh, also, uh, the guy is naked and does not seem to have any problem being naked in front of people. No problems at all, seemingly, with being a naked dude. He's just like doing his thing, and his thing is being naked. Uh, yeah, he's got no problems with being naked in front of people. Seemingly no cares in the world. But then a guy shows up. He's Goku, yeah. A guy shows up and is like, "Hey, what do you mean there's a guy in here? No, where's the stuff? I want the stuff." And he threatens everybody, and everyone's scared about that. And there's going to be a fight about it, because of course there is. And the girl who is the sheriff clearly is overwhelmed. And the thing that I didn't mention to here is, if you're in a bright mobile suit and you get defeated, you die. You can disengage from using it, but if you're wearing it and the machine gets destroyed, you die. So she's gonna die because she is not strong enough to fight this dude that is harassing their town. So our random main character, who at this point still doesn't have a name because he doesn't remember what his name is, so he's not a character with a name, he is like, oh, well, that girl who's going to die, she gave me underwear to wear. He didn't put it on, but she did give him underwear. So he's like, all right, I'll wear this underwear. Or I'll help her. I'll activate my bright. I don't know what it is and how it works, but I'll do it. Turns out he has a cool, awesome-looking bright. He's going to have a kick-ass bright. And when he defeats the random bad guy, that guy doesn't die, which has never happened before. And nobody knows what's going on. And nobody knows why he was so good at it. Why he can just wear it. And the end of the episode, the guy who is the annoying young guy, who's the scaredy cat, says, this guy's a real blank arrow. And the main character goes, sure, I'll go by that. That's my name. Back arrow. Because he hears him wrong. But I'll pause here and tell you that's what the subtitled version wants to make you think. Because they can't let you know that back arrow is a Japanese pun. Back arrow is a pun. So the translation tells you that he misunderstands blank arrow, which is not an expression. That he's a blank arrow like a clean slate. Or a blank arrow like he's like a destructive thing. Like they try so hard to justify it. But back arrow, Backarro, 2 words, if you put them together and you were a Japanese person, it sounds like you're saying Bakiro or Baka Yaro, which is a fool or an idiot. So the guy calls him an idiot, and he goes, Bakiro, yeah, that's my name. Back arrow. So this dude literally adopts the name of a pun to be his real name, and his name is Idiot. Silver Streak says, ah. Yeah, so that's what it is. This guy's so dumb, he doesn't know he's being insulted. So his name is a pun. Now, the problem with that is that even in Japan, even if you understand the pun, it's a terrible fucking name for a character. Because this character's name is Back Arrow. And I guarantee you that he's not going to he's not going to find out his real name for like 10 episodes, if we're lucky. I got to refresh my page again. Browser encountered an error when decoding this video, so I'm going to refresh my dashboard here. That's an issue. Sorry if someone's put it in chat while I was refreshing. I'll just test that there. Okay, got an emote going in. But yeah, it's a bad name as a pun, and it's a bad name for a character. So it's terrible. That's my feeling on it. Am I gonna stick with Back Arrow? Yeah, I'll give it another episode. There's a whole country that we haven't explored. I didn't even talk about the other characters that are like observing him that might be important, but basically this dude is like the magical main character. And I wonder, the thing is, because it's an original creation, I can't read the manga or like read the spoilers on the wiki or anything. So I don't know how long he has amnesia. I hate when a main character has amnesia, because it's like, well, then they're not really a person or a character, because they don't have anything going on. So I am somewhat interested in, is this character going to have things to do? And will it be an interesting, like, journey? Will it be, like, fun? I don't know. I can't figure it out. So I'm kind of interested. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely going to give it another episode. I don't know if I'm going to give it like 2 episodes or 3 episodes or what, but like I will try to give it a fair shake. I think that's the best I can do, is to give it some time. Because I don't know. But yeah, that's Back Arrow. I'll have less to say about our next show that I watched. I still have 3 more shows to talk about. This is the problem with the new season. The nice thing is, as I said, is I'm going to watch less. Some of these shows I'm never going to watch again. Like, I don't expect to watch another episode of Bottom Tier, and I know I'm not watching another episode of The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter, because I didn't get through one whole episode. I'll start describing this, and you can let me know when you would have stopped watching it, because maybe you would have kept going. But I stopped. I did not watch all of this episode. But you can let me know where you would have stopped when I start describing it. Why is this like this? This chest piece keeps this neck piece keeps popping out, and this should not look like it does. And I don't know what's going on. But this is like, there's like something that's not catching or something. I already did this once, so let's see here. So much fan service is dirty. Yes, this is fan service the anime. I mean, that's the point of this show, of this series. Oh, this is backwards. That's why. That's why it's not right. It wasn't right because I had it on backwards. There we go. That's a lot easier. Great. Now I can apply this correctly. Okay. So, Noir is our main character. He was supposed to work at a library with his best friend, but shenanigans arose. All right, folks, I should probably eat dinner. Have a rad night. You too, Silver Streak. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for helping out and gifting subs and being there, being cool. But yeah, thanks for being here. Noir was supposed to, that was the thing. He was going to get into a library, right? This is a world where there are dungeons and monsters and all kinds of stuff. He doesn't want to be a hero. He doesn't want to go to hero training. He doesn't want to go to the academy. He wants to work in a library, which is a pretty cushy job. And his childhood best friend, is going to do it. Well, he got cheated out of doing that. Someone took the job from him because even though his dad is no nobility, they're low class nobility. They're like the low end of the totem pole. Sure. And he's like, definitely bummed about that shit. But his sister, who is a ciscon, so I was already like, oop, some people are going to bail there. Sister definitely has a brother complex. So I was like, great, cool. I mean, she's a brocon. Not that he's a ciscon, she's a brocon, I should say. No disparaging noir. It's his sister that is clearly, super into him. Uh, Creepily. Of course. All right, so we're going to go to the back here. This is the back of the kit. So we'll put this on here, and then we'll do the front of the kit. So yeah. So he's like, oh, I can't do this. This sucks. I guess I'll try to become an adventurer. The problem is I only have one skill, Great Sage. And this is like a legendary skill where he can like learn anything by asking questions to the Great Sage. But the problem is he gets headaches every time he does that. He gets pounding headaches, so he doesn't do it. But he doesn't have any other skills. So his childhood friend has who they're clearly into one another. She read in a book that Merlin, the greatest user of Great Sage, that when he got headaches, he would just have one of his wives kiss him, and kissing made it not hurt. And so they try, and he uses his Great Sage ability, and then kisses her, and it's fine. And then he's like, okay, I guess that worked. And the ability, he asked the question to Great Sage, and he's like, hey, how can I get stronger? Worst version of the Great Sage still an isekai that I have run across. Yes, because appraisal in Spite, so I'm a spider, so what? Isn't great because she's not high-powered enough. And, of course, Great Sage is fantastic in that time I got reincarnated as a slime. So, the ability lets him enter a hidden dungeon because that is the easiest way for him to get stronger. So he's like, okay, I'm going to a hidden dungeon. I'm going to go to this hidden dungeon. I'm going to see what I can see. I'm going to figure this out. He gets in there, and there is a blue-haired lady who is chained up. She's been there for 200 years, and if the chains are broken, she will die. The chains are keeping her alive. And she's like, I will give you my powers. I have incredibly overpowered abilities. They do require you have to do some shit to make them work, but you can have them. And he's like, okay. And they're like, you can create anything or whatever. But they require experiences because they drain your life force, and so to replace them, you need experiences. And hey, because it's this show, those experiences, if they're dirty or gluttonous or anything like that, they're stronger. And that's when I'm done. That's 13 minutes into the episode of that episode, and I was like, oh, so to get good, this dude has to like be naughty, and then he can use his powers. Okay, I'm done. And I'm just done. And that's it. And I am done watching the hidden dungeon only I can enter. I don't know where it goes from there in the rest of the first episode. I don't know what hijinks that ensue. I'm sure there's stuff happening with this girl who is chained up. I'm sure there's shenanigans. And I do not want to watch this anymore. If it's great, one, I don't believe you. And two, enjoy it, I guess is all I can say. I do not believe you that it's great. If you like it, that's different. If you like it, you like it. Yes, he basically has to be Roshi. But like, I don't want to watch this show. I'm good. I already got 2 other shows that I'm interested in that come out on Friday and Saturday. Yes, The Adventures of Young Roshi. Yeah, I just was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Um, so I'm not gonna watch that anymore. I didn't even finish the episode. But let me talk to you about a completely different style show. Uh, Horimiya. Horimiya is like basically it is a portmanteau of two of the main characters of their last names. I'm going to call them by their first names. Okay, so the big arching premise of the show is that we're not who we project ourselves to be in high school, right? In high school, you have who you are, and sometimes you have who you are pretending to be, or who people have assumed you are, or what you were when you were, younger, and what you're trying to figure out, right? Uh, so they're like different versions of each other. And what happens if two people who are putting up a front discover what the other's, secret is? Uh, so it's a romantic comedy slice of life. Kyoko is bubbly and popular in school, but turns out that in her real life, she's not worried about clothes, and she put her hair up, and she, because her mom is always working, she helps take care of her younger brother. And she's like hardworking and dependable, and she also gets really good grades. I'm going to jump around a little bit in describing that. She gets good grades. She's working hard. She's doing what she needs to do to help support and hang out her family. But she's like popular and put together in school. Um, Izumi, he's the class loner. Uh, People don't really like. He doesn't talk. People don't know much about him. Uh, they think he's like an otaku, and maybe he like reads a lot of manga, and like there's a joke about him being like one of the like moe fans. Um, but in reality, he's got piercings and tattoos, and he's like kind of wild, and like he has long hair that looks unkempt, but he like pulls it back, and turns out he's a pretty handsome dude. Um, and how they like they're not really, nobody's really hiding anything severe. One is really physical, and the other is just like she's more grounded than she pretends to be. um, but it's high school, so that stuff is important to them. Like those, keeping those things is important. Like Azumi doesn't want people to know like he's like wild, because then he'll be under scrutiny, and like people will take notice of him, and he doesn't really have friends, and he doesn't really know how to like deal with that. Uh, but their meet cute, their like real selves meet cute is pretty great. So Kyoko's little brother off camera like falls and gets freaked out, and then because he's a good dude, Izumi like helps him out and brings him home, and then he immediately recognizes Kyoko and is like, "Oh yeah, oh this is cool. I'm seeing the side of you," but she has no idea that that's who it is, because she's just like, "What? What the hell?" Uh, and it's really cute. It's a very cute show. In the first episode, um, under the guise that Kyoko's brother wants to see him again, which he might, but also she wants to hang out with him because this guy knows the real her. They hang out, and there's a choice where the characters kind of freeze, and then colors kind of like a color like shadow of them kind of pop out for moments of like where they're like, oh, I think I might be into this dude. And it's a really cool little moment. There's like maybe going to be a love triangle, but that gets wrapped up pretty quickly, and there's some motions, and it's very high school and very good, because like they're hanging out a lot outside of school, and it leads to them kind of hanging out during school. And there's a dude, but it doesn't become a love triangle, and maybe they're going to be friends now. Toru, because like Toru seems like a dude that's like, oh, this dude is definitely uh, uh, Kyoko's friend, so that he can ask her out. But then like that doesn't work for him. It doesn't work out for him. So he's like, oh, I guess we're friends now. And I'm intrigued. I'm gonna keep watching it. Um, all right, we'll keep this here. We're just about done. We're gonna raid another channel, because that's how we're gonna wrap up the stream. And I'll take a photo of this kit. Um, at the right now, and then I'll tell you that the last show that I watched, I think I'm gonna watch another episode of. I might pass on it. It's fucking weird, y'all. Dr. Ramune, mysterious disease specialist. There's a weird doctor named Ramune. So because there are weird diseases that regular doctors can't figure out, regular medicine can't handle these weird diseases. So if you have a weird disease, you need to see a weird doctor. That's basically the premise of the show. And he uses a lot of cool shit that seems made up. I just want to make sure that photo looks good. Yeah, it looks alright. That seems really messed up. But the basic premise is he's a weird guy. His assistant, I need more from that guy. The guy is just a straight man to the jokes. Also, I want to know if it's house the it's kind of it's mystical house. Yeah, because he's just like a weird free spirit. Um, Basically, the whole premise of this episode is a girl is an actress. A young girl is an actress, and she's been faking her emotions so much that she's forgotten what real emotions are. She just wants her mom to like be nice again and not be so material for the. She's got swept up in it. Um, so she can't cry real tears. She cries condiments. Uh, and that does happen. And so the doctor like goes in this long thing, and it's a whole convoluted thing. But really, like it's mostly like, hey, I need this mom to understand what's going on. Um, and at the end, oh, we gotta got to ban this person who used some fun words to get around moderation. It's fun. Um, oh man, a Doctor Anime. That was the one where the doctor wore a black suit and mask. Yeah, Blackjack. Is it Blackjack? Is that the? I don't. Doctor Anime. I'm gonna look at this up. Yes, Blackjack. You might be thinking of Blackjack. I don't know if he was a black market doctor, but I don't know. But Blackjack is fucking cool. Condiments. Yes. Well, she just couldn't. Yeah. So like mayonnaise came out of her face. Anyway, long story short, it's a mystery. It's like a problem of the week. At the end, all of them are eating together, and the girl cries real tears of joy, and she's like, "What's this? What's happening?" And she takes a break from being a doctor. So I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of this show, but I'm going to give it another episode. I definitely hope that more problems take longer than one episode. There are also some characters that weren't introduced that are in the opening that I'm interested in, and I would like to see there's some personality in the guy, the assistant, because right now I'm not seeing any personality, and I wasn't super into that dude. All right, so we are gonna go raid. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna find somebody cool for us to go and to raid and see what they're doing. So let me go there. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll be back again on Monday. We will continue Gohan. We're doing the ultimate version of Gohan, as you can see. So we'll do that, and let's see who is doing stuff that we can go and raid. Saturday's a little tough sometimes because I'm like, I don't know who's doing what. How long is, let me see if this person, how long, I'm going to check this person's Twitter to see how long they've been streaming for, because they are cool. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. Thanks so much, everybody, for the gifted subs and for hanging out and talking and asking questions. 2 hours. So I don't know how long this person's gonna be streaming for. So we're not gonna go raid them. We're gonna go raid another person who is playing Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll go raid Wiggins. Wiggins is fun, so we'll go give Wiggins a raid and see what he's up to. But thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Hopefully see you on Monday for the next build stream. Thank you for gifting subs. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for asking questions. Thanks for talking and hanging out with me. Always appreciate it. Hope to see you on the next stream. But yeah, let's go raid Matt Wiggins and hang out. And I'll see you in the next Build With Baer. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.